you know me, you know I have a long, strange list of boring things I like to do. One of those include going to the library. I am a library card user. I love going on my library's website. I love going to the library. And my city's library has an online website where I can look at books and I can place each book on hold and come the next day, pick it up, and it's so thrilling. It's like online shopping, but without the risk of spending all your money. This is my version of online shopping because I'm not much of an online shopper, thankfully. 1 or 2 years ago, I got really into children's creativity books. So I took out a whole bunch and just children's crafts and creativity, and just encouraging your kids how to draw. It was an interest at the time. And I was reading through them and I read something really, really interesting, that a big part of keeping your child creative is having a workspace for them to be creative in and making that workspace super appealing to them. And as simple as that is, it's so deep. it's like, how do I make my workspace appealing for myself? Like, do I want to come back and draw? Am I putting these measures into my creative practice? And I wasn't. So I started doing that. I noticed a big change. Start being super picky and be really, really picky and be honest with yourself. What are you working in? What kind of materials do you like to work with? How do you like to work? All these questions kind of come together and help you make your own perfect workspace. I think the goal of this is to remove all the barriers that you would have into creating new work. I like to keep my materials in a ready to go condition so that when the time comes that I actually want to do something, I'm just able to. I really do want to get a new desk to work on. I used to have this big drafting table and I used to lift up like this. It was fun at the time because I was using it, but then I stopped using it because I wasn't using something. I wasn't drawing vertically. I'd have an easel for that. So I got rid of it. Now I want a smaller desk. I've been using my kitchen table a lot, but I need to have my own dedicated workspace too. So I'm still also in the process of finding the perfect workspace. The trope of a messy artist is super unhelpful when thinking about your artist space. So I think a lot of people have, especially those who don't do art on the daily, have a lot of fear of getting their space messy. And if I'm gonna be honest with you, I consider myself a pretty neat person, but when I'm working, I do have things sprawled out everywhere. And I've never gotten to the point of mess. I don't think any of my things have ever been ruined from paint or things have gone everywhere. And even in first year, for example, I bought this white jumpsuit for my oil painting classes and I was so excited. I'm gonna wear this white jumpsuit and I'm gonna get covered in paint. I'm gonna look super cool. It's gonna be like a memory from first year. And you know what? I never got covered in paint. I stayed super, super clean and I wasn't trying to. I was actively trying to get dirty. So I think also, get out of the belief system that everything is going to be super messy and everything needs to be protected, and just let yourself create, and you might be surprised with how well it goes and how easy it is and how non-messy it is. Another tip I have for wanting to come back is setting a trail of breadcrumbs. not actual breadcrumbs, you might get bugs, but a trail of breadcrumbs to invite yourself back into working. So that includes wiping down your table, well, for me at least, wiping down your table, keeping your sketchbook out, keeping your materials back into their normal place. If you leave everything scattered, then that's just another step blocking you from creating work again. Sometimes I even like to write myself notes, little sticky notes of things that I want to work on the next few studio sessions. So if I do ever show up just to the studio without like a clear goal in mind, or like maybe I'll forget what I want to do, I'll have like a few things I can choose to do. So it feels more productive and it feels more like intentional why I'm there. Just like a few little things I keep in mind all the time when it comes down to my studio space and how I can optimize my studio time in thinking about just like what I'm creating and not the intricacies of setting up a studio. I hope this was helpful in some way and that you enjoyed it. I hope you're not like, I already knew this. And if so, thank you for watching it. I'm gonna go now because I already cleaned up my studio space and it's ready for next time. Okay.